Alright guys, uh, here we go. Alright, let me show you this news that just came out. Bernard Hill, Lord of the Rings trilogy, King Theoden actor, dies at 79. Hey, that's the guy, if you've seen the Lord of the Rings, that's Theoden. He died. He was, he was a king, whatever, he died. He dies in the movie, as a king. And he was possessed by, demon or something like that. But, it's crazy. So that guy dies. He's also the guy from, Titanic. Let's see, where does it say? He's the captain, Captain Smith of all names. So it's crazy that that he pops up and he died at 79 just recently. 79. Every time somebody says or I see something, I'm looking for numbers, and they give you at 79. So I'm like, okay, so look what 79 means in strong concordance. Strong concordance helps you, gives you another clue of the Bible. 79. This one I'm too sure. It says sister, a woman, fellow member of the church, Christian woman. Okay. This is one I saw. That bell 79. Abak, I don't know. To wrestle, and you're like, so that's the whole thing. We're here on Earth. Is wrestling with the flesh. The flesh is devil's dominion, Earth, everything, his environment. So we're wrestling. Like what? Yeah, 79. And it's interesting. But look, it also goes, if you go to the strong exhaustive concordance, gives you a little bit more. Probably to float away as vapor. And vapor, I was like, man, where have I heard that? Go to James chapter 4, verse 14. King James says a good one. Because, whereas ye know not what shall be on the morrow, for what is your life? It is even a vapor that appeareth for a little time and then vanishes away. That's us. Vanishes away. Another type of shadow of the rapture. But we're vapor. We're only here for a little bit. It seems long, especially if you lived to be an 80. But yeah, that's crazy. Okay, let me see another of my notes. I'm just going down my tab list. I got it. My thinking is it's crazy. I think how I draw, because I can draw too. But when I draw, I'm all over the place. You're like, you start over here, here, here. I'm trying to be focused, but that's how my brain works. If you can go in my brain, everything that I have or know, everything I remember is like pictures on a wall. And so if I see something or something rings a bell, I see it on the wall, I'm like, oh, okay. But sometimes the picture's on the floor, so it takes a while to look for it. But anyway, let's go. Hey, look, this is a date that I was looking at. Okay, so May 14th, 2024, this year, it's Israel's birthday. I believe that's the rapture date. You can go, everybody's guessing. That's my guess, but it's pointing to it. It's pretty close. That should be a good number. And you're like, why you pick that date? Well, it's Israel's birthday. Everything that's going on Earth focuses around Israel. If you notice that. And so I'm like, okay, but again, the number stuff. I put in 7 years and 6 months, 7.5 years. And it lands on Friday, November 14th, 2031. And so why'd you put 7 years and 6 months? Go back to the other scripture. I don't have it up, but King David ruled Hebron for 7.5 years before he went back and got his kingdom back. And so it's a type and shadow. All this stuff that's happened in the Bible and the world, it's all connected. So if you look, you put these numbers in, man, it's crazy. Okay, so if I'm right, May 14th, if you had 7.5 years, it's Friday, November 14th, 2031. Now what's crazy, here I'll look for this one I will look up. What happens that date? Look, this is crazy. I don't know if nobody's saying anything about this one. Look, it's a total solar eclipse will occur Friday, November 14, 2031, the day I said it. It is a hybrid event. And you're like, what the heck is a hybrid? Well, a hybrid is real rare, okay? And it's basically it's a total eclipse with an annual eclipse. That's weird. It's 2 eclipses in one. So go check that out. That is crazy. And then you add other dates, you find other stuff that links, that adds right into it. But that's what I found. November 14th, 2031. So yeah, the hybrid event. Look, if you even go to the date, look, November's 11th month, 11/14. Look, I just put that in there, 11/14. Whaler, sorcerer, swindler. Who's that? Trickery, crafty, juggler. That's Satan. That's when he comes and destroys them. Okay, and so 11/14. This is that's Hebrew. It's Bilshan. That is the Inquirer. Okay, maybe. But Bilshan, if you go in more deep, worn out, depleted, annual, worthless. That's Satan. That's when Jesus comes down here and punches him in his face, and it's all over. And then he starts the Millennial Kingdom. But here we go. Here's another thing I was looking on. I was just studying, but check this out. This is crazy. The Pythagorean theorem. There's these 2 ladies here. They said these teens solve a 2,000-year-old math problem. I was reading it, and it looks like they used trig to figure out Pythagorean theorem. That's where that, I'm sure you guys seen it. Let's see, here it is. It's the equation a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So let's see where it goes. Okay, the theorem can be written as an equation relating to the lengths of the sides a and b and the hypotenuse c, sometimes called the Pythagorean equation. Let me see. Yeah, is equal to the sums of the areas of the squares on the other 2 sides. Figure these 2 a, b, you get c equals the area of the square on the hypotenuse c. I guess. But look, that's nerd talk. This is smart people. I'm trying to just jump in here, but let me show you what I found. So hypotenuse, okay, it's that side, the long path. Hypotenuse means in math along a side. Look, in the Greek word, here we go. I love going into the Greek and Hebrew. The Greek word, though, hypotenuse, is, I don't even know how to say this. Hypotenusak. Anyway, that word means stretching under. Stretching under rings a bell in my brain and goes, hey, you've heard of that. Okay, so we go to Isaiah 40:22. Here, you gotta stop back. In Old Testament, God's name is Yahweh. Again, I tell people, I go, hey, Yahweh, I don't think is the real God. And you're like, what? It says he's the God. Okay, well, if he's God, why does the New Testament, why does Jesus never say his name? Sorry. He never says Yahweh's name. But anyway, let's go here. Isaiah chapter 40, verse 22. I like the King James version. It is he that sitteth upon the circle of the earth, flat earthers, and the inhabitants thereof, hoppers. That's us. That stretcheth out the heavens as a curtain, and spreadeth them out on the tent to dwell in. Like, stretcheth out the heavens as a curtain. I believe the universe is what they're talking about. That's the smart people say that versus stretching. They say it's constantly stretching. Well, here it says it in the Bible: stretcheth out the heavens as a curtain, spreadeth them out, tents to dwell in. That's a canopy. That's it's a covering. It's like a wedding, all that stuff. But yeah, that's show you. Okay, let's go to Einstein's first proof. What is this? Okay, let me see. Einstein became particularly enamored, is that the right word, of the Pythagorean theorem, and after much effort, he noted that Saturday Review, he wrote his own mathematical, oh man, I am bad today, proof of it. It is my intention to lead you through that proof, step by step, logical. His first masterpiece is certainly his most accessible one. Proof of the Pythagorean. Do I want to click on this? I don't know. Let's see what it takes me. It's Einstein. Alright, look, he's drawing a line. The universe. Hold on. This is probably too much nerd talk right here, but anyway, let's go on. Pythagorean theorem. Look, the name Pythagorean means marketplace. I've heard that somewhere. So I went into Strong Concordance and I pulled this up. Place of traffic, market house. John talks about it. House, a place of business. Let's see. A market, merchandise. Pertaining to market, agitator. Sounds like Satan. Place, vulgar. Okay. This way. Let's say another place, marketplace. Comes from Pythagorean. So it's almost like, look, it even has the word mark, but marketplace. That's us. That's Earth. Okay, so what do I got here? Oh, look, and cosine. Get from this. Tangent, sin. Look, when they say, look, scientists talk about the expanding universe. They mean that it has been growing ever since the beginning with a Big Bang. See, now the Big Bang is actually what I think is said. I guess it would be when he said, "Let there be light." In the beginning, boom, it explodes. So, latent heat is the definition. You had water turned into ice. Energy, when it transforms and goes into a different phase, called latent heat, that it generates a lot of energy, like an explosion, like a nuclear bomb, but real small. You can't see it. But that's what I believe happened. So when this universe came into existence, what they call the Big Bang, is the first part of the Bible in the beginning. Boom. Okay, so let's see. Let's see my other. Oh man, I went too far. Okay. Hubble's law. Let's see, what do I have here? Let's see, like Hubble's law. What did he say? Using raisins and a rising loaf of bread in place of galaxy. If the raisin is twice as far away from a place as another raisin, then the farther the raisin would move away from that place twice as. Okay. More nerd talk, but it kind of helps my theory of where we're at, what this all is about. Let's see, where did I get into this? How far did I? Okay. Get into Hubble's flow. Again, it's just stretching. Again, it's well, this goes back to what I was saying. We're actually in a black hole. You're like, what? I go, yeah, because it says that a black hole, light cannot escape it. Who does the Bible says light? His children, the light of the world. So he can't escape. That's why he has to come down here and save us. And so the stretching part is, I believe, Satan, when he makes his canopy, whatever stretches over Earth, it's just covering, and it's stretching, but it's because of time, and we're stuck in time. Let's see, and he is time because he's on a timetable. God doesn't live in time. God lives outside of time. This is Satan's dominion. Hubble, like it says, confused talk. Okay, that's that thing that people smoke. Say, big, whatever. Guess. But confused talk. Who's that? that sounds like the Tower of Babel. Eh. Let me see. How far did I go into this? Overcoming noise and quantum teleportation with multipartite hybrid entanglement. Oh man, that's nerd talk. What do these guys do? They're saying they can teleport. I read some other article. Trying to the hybrid entangled initial state. It is decoherence that allows us to achieve high fidelities. Demonstrate our protocol in all optical experiment. Nerd talk. Okay, but anyway, quantum. Let me tell you about quantum entanglement. I'm gonna have a notes down here. I'll probably get to it. But basically, what he's been saying. If you look at this stuff, these smart people are saying, they're backing what I'm saying. I believe it's like a video game. The real you, if you're a child of God, you're in heaven, and 1/3 of your attention is down here. You're like, how do you get that 1/3? Here. There it goes. Revelation 8:10. Let it load up. Revelations chapter 8, verse 10. Third of the angels sounded the trumpet. Fell from the sky. Is that it? No, that ain't it. Let's see. I think I clicked on it too fast. Alright, forget that. Hold on. Sorry. The angels fell. Let me see. Let me get the right one. Let me read it. Let's see. Here, look. This one guy says it. He says it. Like 1/3 of the angels fell from heaven. Where's the verse? Oh man. Okay, where did I see it? See, they're talking about it, but you don't give me a verse. Oh, is this it? Oh, here it is. Ha! Okay, Revelations 12, verse 4. His tail swept down 1/3 of the stars of the heaven and cast them to the earth. Stood before the woman, about to give birth, so that when she bore her child, he might devour it. Okay, so just this little piece right here gives you a clue what's actually going on in the background, or what happened. 1/3 of the angels fell. Which angels? God's children. All of them. 1/3. 1/3 what? It just says 1/3 of the angels. It's another riddle, puzzle. 1/3 of your attentions. Go talk to any gamer. They can play a game. They can be physically there, playing a game, talking to you, and at the same time playing the game. And that 1/3 of their attention is inside the game. That 1/3 of the intent is inside interacting with other people online. We're in a different realm, different server, different dimension, I guess you would say. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I tell people. I go, hey, 1/3 of the angels fell. It doesn't mean like there's 3 angels, one of them fell. No. It's your mentality, your conscious state. 1/3 of that fell. Let's see. Oh, and then I saw this. 58 in the Greek Strong Concordance Marketplace. 58. That was the Super Bowl, wasn't it? Okay, let's go to the Greek. What did I find? Oh, that's for the Pythagorean theorem. Alpha, beta, and gamma. Is it A, B, and C? Why is this? Okay, let me go. And they're not going to let you do it. Look, it's dark. And Satan. Okay, so beta, gamma. Okay, so gamma, what is gamma? It's the 3rd letter of the Greek alphabet. What else did I What's this? Ernest Rutherford. Physicist, pioneer research, both atomic and nuclear physicist, the father of nuclear physics, the great experimental sense, Michael Faraday. Okay, let's see. It's one of his things. I was looking at him. Tell you, I'm everywhere. Half-life, radioactive. Okay, radioactive elements. Radon, radiation. Look at that. Let's see. 1911, he theorized that atoms have their charge concentrated in a very small nucleus. Hydrogen atom? Holy smoke. This guy did something real good. Alright, let me just keep going. Okay, so gamma ray. It's on the light spectrum. Gamma rays. See, if you go to the visible spectrum, it's see, on one side it's infrared. Like, there it is. Right here, where all this rainbow colors, that's where we can see. Left, on the nanometer, you can't see none of that. You can't see ultraviolet, X-rays, gamma, cosmic rays. Broadcast the other side? Nope. They have different wavelengths. It's if you go left, negative. If you go left, you get the long waves, and then you got the short waves, ultraviolets, and then the infrared, which I believe is the first thing he said. Let there be light. I think it's the light spectrum. Seeing the visible spectrum, and it's my pen. Okay, let me get my. See if my pen. Man, I should have checked this one. Okay, the light spectrum. I think we're in a light spectrum. That works. Okay. Go back. Okay, the light spectrum. See the prism right there? It's a light shining through it, and then it reflects and gives you all the light spectrums. I believe that this light is Lucifer, shoots it in his prism, or it could be God's children. I don't know. It's one of the things. This layout right here, this basic layout is us. He's projecting all of this world we're living in. The colors. This is a light spectrum. This is where we can see. Let's go. Prism, glass, prism. It even sounds like prison. Okay, song. Where'd I get that from? See, I'm all over the place. Sorry. It's how my head thinks. Let's see. So there's like, let me see, where'd I get this? Corralled. There's like several different types of sine waves. Wind waves, sound waves, light waves, whatever. But look at this one. This one, typical waveform. Sine wave, square wave, triangular wave. Look, this is people's lives. Yeah, up and down, up and down. Oh, you're doing it again. Oh, now you're under. Oops. Straight down. Oh, we're going to up. Okay, so Uranus, heaven. I think you're supposed to say it, I guess. To cut down. To cut down. Where's that at? Where I get that stuff. My notes are all over the place. Quantum entanglement. Man, this is crazy. Let me see if they have a good note on this. Of course they don't. Quantum entanglement is a phenomenon of a group of particles being generated in or sharing spatial proximity in such a way that the quantum state of each particle of the group cannot be described independently of the state of the others, including when the particles are separated by a large distance. The topic of quantum entanglement is at the heart of the disparity between classic and quantum physics. Entanglement is a primary feature of mechanics not present in classical mechanics. Okay, that's nerd talk. But anyway, if you talk to a gamer, they know what that means. Quantum entanglement. That's playing video games. You're inside a different. You're in another realm. Two different places at the same time, and it's you. That's us. Double slit experiment, same thing. Let me see. Here's an electron beam gun. Electrons, double slit, shoots through here. Inference pattern, boom. But it went through two slits. What's going on? This one was Thomas Young. These guys are all smart. Okay, anyway, so let's jump over here. See, so my thing is, the Bible talks about there's four corners of the earth. And if you look at it, it's north, south, east, and west. Or you could say it's almost like a tablecloth, like where you play a game. It's interesting they say four corners. See, even Revelation chapter 7, after these things I saw standing at the four winds of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth. That wind should not blow on the earth or sea or any tree. And there's riddle inside another riddle inside another riddle. Okay, look, this is a tabernacle. Look at this. This is the west side, east side, and what? Go. Let me get it. Let's see. Thought I had a good one. Okay, so look. So anyway, east side, west side. This is the most holy place. There's the Ark of the Covenant. There's the holy place. Then here is the altar burning sacrifice. Entrance east gate. And if you look at this, that's the tabernacle they were carrying in a tent. But if you look at it, that's type and shadow of the human body. Yeah, look at that. That's the you could say this is the brain. This would stomach, and this one gut. I don't know. It's three part. Well, here it is. It's basically your brain, your heart, and your stomach. So those three areas like this, type and shadow. Like why? Because you have three parts. They say they have billions of neurons in each one. In your brain and in your stomach. That's why you're like, I have that gut feeling. Oh, my heart's telling me. Oh, my head's telling me. There's three different places talking at the same time. Okay, so let's go. What did I get here? Oh, look, I got to tell you the story. This is us. Let me read this. Parable of the prodigal son, Luke chapter 15, verse 11. And he said, hold on, let me get my man voice. Crap. Okay. And he said, a certain man had two sons. This is Jesus talking. And the younger of them said to his father, Father, give me my portions of goods that falleth to me. Divided unto them his living. Not many days after, the younger son gathered all together and took his journey into a far country. There wasted his substance with riotous living. Spent all, there arose a mighty famine in the land. Began to be in want. He went and joined himself to a citizen of the country, sent him into the fields to feed swine. He would fain have filled his belly with the husk that the swine did eat. Man gave unto him. When he came to himself, this is the most powerful part of the story. When this guy came to himself, he came to his right mind. When he His brain finally clicked. He goes, "What are you doing here?" He came to himself. He said, "How many hired servants of my father's have bread enough to spare, perish with hunger? Then go to my father, and I will say unto him, Father, I sinned against heaven before thee, to be called thy son. Make me as one of your hired servants." He arose and came to his father. But he was yet a great way off. His father saw him, passion, and ran and fell on his neck, and kissed him. The son said unto father, Father, I have sinned against heaven and in the sight, and in thy sight, and I am no more worthy to be called thy son. But the father said to his servants, Bring forth the best robe, put it on him, put a ring on his hand and shoes on his feet. Bring hither the fatted calf. Look, say fatted calf. That sounds like Satan, because they worshipped this calf out in the wilderness. Kill it. Let us eat and be merry. Oh man, that looks like the end of time, when we're all done with this game. The son was dead, and he is alive again. He was lost and is found. Began to be merry. Oh, that's us in heaven. Look, check this out though. Now his elder son was in the field, and as he came and drew near to the house, he heard music and dancing. And he called one of his servants and asked, What these things meant? And he said unto them, Thy brother is come. My father has killed the fatted calf, because he hath received him safe and sound. And he was angry, and would not go in. Therefore came his father out, and treated him. And he answered and said to his father, Lo, these many years do I serve thee, neither transgressed, sinned, time thy commandment, and yet thou never gavest me a kid, that I might make merry with my friends. But as soon as thy son was come, which hath devoured thy living with harlots, thou hast killed for him the fatted calf. And he said unto him, Son, thou art with me, all that I have is thine. Boom! It's meant that we should make merry and be glad, for thy brother was dead and is alive again, is lost and is found. Boom! That's pretty cool. So anyway, that's us. If you're a child of God, this story is about you. You're in your foreign land, here for a little bit. I believe part of the experience is you realizing where you're at. This is a game. Your real family isn't here. It's in heaven. Of course, you take care of your family here, but real family is in heaven. And you're like, what do you mean? Look, watch this. Let's see if this one's at. Hold on. Is that it? Oh, here it is. Let's see, King James 12:49. All right, let's go over. Yeah, this is the cool part. So I tell you, your real family is up in heaven if you're a child of God. And you go to Matthew chapter 12, verse 46. While he yet talked to the people, behold, his mother and his brethren stood without, desiring to speak with him. Then said one unto him, Behold, thy mother and thy brethren stand without, desiring to speak with thee. Hey, your family's here. They want to talk to you, Jesus. But he answered and said unto him, Who's my mother? Who's my brethren? What? And he stretched forth his hand toward his disciples and said, Behold, my mother, my brethren. He basically put his hands around the disciples he was talking to. My family. For whosoever shall do the will of my Father which is in heaven, same as my brother and sister and mother. Boom! What? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Your real family's in heaven. Um, just like that movie on The Wizard of Oz, when Dorothy woke up, family was looking at her, and she goes, "Hey, the Tin Man, you were the lion, you were the scarecrow." Yeah, yeah, yeah. We all playing the games. Have different roles. So let me see, where am I at? Okay, let's go. Let me show you this. So if that drop my pen. So if that paraga, I can't say it. So hold on, let me see. Can't say it. Hold on. What is it? Pythagorean theorem. Okay, so we go by that. They do the triangle. But look, here's what I see. Two triangles. Okay, so I believe this is where you begin. You start birth, I guess. Birth. Okay. Here's where you're trying to go into your life. Okay, so if you can find these two are, then you find that one. That's one of the Pythagorean theories that I'm looking at. But you know how life turns out. Usually we don't listen to God. He tells us to go this way. And where do we go? We go this way. That way. So whichever way you go, doesn't matter. He'll follow you whichever you want. He wants you to go here. Let me see. Let me change the color. Kind of hard to see. See to go here, then you end up here, or you end up here. That way. Doesn't matter, because like I said, if you make it the right way, great. But at the end of the day, when you're done with the game, you still get experience. The Bible talks about crowns, so if you don't lose your crowns, because you could be, you'll have your crown. There's different crown types, but he wants you to get the crown, so that if you follow that one, go straight across, you'll get the crown. But if you go this one, you'll still be in heaven. You just don't get the crowns. Trying to get these achievements. Okay, that's what I see. And let me see. Here we go. Let me do another visual, I guess. I don't want to try to close it. Another one. Okay, so okay, here's what I'm gonna do a quick drawing. I can draw, but I'm not gonna draw good today. Okay, here. Okay, here is. Okay, here's Jesus throne. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay, let me get a different color. Okay, there's Jesus right there. Well, let me. Okay, there's Jesus throne. Okay, right next to him is Lucifer. Okay. Okay, he's a type and shadow of the high priest. Okay, so I believe Satan was created in heaven and allowed to go inside of Lucifer. Like, what? Yeah, because Paul talks about this body that Lucifer has is immortal, incorruptible, no evil. So how did Satan get in? Jesus let him. He goes, yep, go inside there. So you see, here's all the other angels. I'm just gonna. So you see all the angels here. And so when Satan got this one, he got everybody else. You're like, how do you do that? Satan got kicked out of heaven. Where did he go? I always say this. There's no door on the edge of heaven, and You know, guy kicked them out. You know, get out of here. Doorknob's probably on this side. Anyway, he kicked them out and outer darkness. But there is no darkness in heaven. That's the thing. So where did he go? All right, let me show you where I believe he went. Okay, here we go. I believe. Let me draw. Okay. It's Jesus again. Crown. His throne. Okay, so Satan went into Lucifer. So we're in Lucifer's mind. Yeah, you're in Lucifer's mind. So Lucifer. Okay, let me see. He fell down. Okay. I believe Lucifer. I believe Lucifer is on the ground in heaven. So is everybody else. Sleep. Okay. So we're all knocked out. Lucifer is where the battle's being fought. So that's why Jesus says, I will never leave you nor forsake you. He hasn't left you. He's right here. He's watching your original homes. He says, I got a place for you. Right here. We're all right here laying on the front, on the floor by the throne. So Satan is making his dominion inside Lucifer's head. It's all a dream. It's all a game. And like I said, so conscience state, 1/3 that goes inside here is what goes inside Lucifer's head. 1/3 of your attention. Attention is inside Lucifer's mind playing this game. He's the god of that world. And so Jesus has to go in, die, and then come back up. Brings everybody else out. Basically saves the game. So hopefully you can tell by my drawing. There's I got a lot of stuff going on. But basically the battle's being fought in Lucifer's mind. We're stuck in there. Lucifer's mind is the black hole. And they say if you look up a wormhole, faster than the speed of light. And guess what Jesus says he is? He's a worm. And you're like, what? He's giving you hints. Oh, I can get you out of there. We're in different server, different realm dimension, playing another game. And it's timed. Everything's timed. It's inside time. Because it even starts with the Bible. In the beginning. In the beginning, it seems it start and count. And so there's an end to the book. So it gets more detailed, but I'm trying to get the basic. I hope I'm not saying too much, or my head it makes sense. Okay, so anyway, so Satan fell in Lucifer's mind, stuck in there, getting prisoners until we get out of here. So, okay. All right, peace out.